What's up, you guys? It's Aiden, and today we're going to be talking about outing a trans person. I just want to clarify in the very beginning of this video that anyone who identifies within the LGBTQIA+ community can be outed by someone. You don't have to only be trans to be able to be outed by somebody. I'm just only focusing on the trans related things with this topic because that's my own experience. And my videos are primarily all trans related topics because I like doing videos like this and topics like this because a lot of cis folks watch my channel and I know that they can use some of these videos as resources and they can learn and educate themselves and just learn how to be a better ally altogether. If you don't know what I mean when I say outing a trans person basically means that you are disclosing of a trans person's status to somebody else without their consent or knowledge of you doing so. There are a lot of reasons why it is problematic to out a trans person, but I made up a small list of the top 5 reasons as to why I think it's very problematic to out a trans person. So the number one on my list is safety. Safety was my immediate thought when I think about the topic of outing a trans person, because not everyone is okay with trans people. And though you might be okay with a trans person and the person who you're telling might be okay with a trans person, but then if that person shared that information, it's like a cycle. It's like a ball, gossip, chitter chatter, talk. But when that person passes on that information to somebody else, what if that person's not okay with trans people and they had no idea that this person was trans and now they do, and there you go. And see, the reason why safety is so important is because trans people are already at a higher risk to face discrimination, to face assaults, sexual assaults, and sometimes trans people even lose their lives just because they are trans. That's why we have days like Transgender Day of Remembrance, where we collectively get together and mourn the loss of all of the trans brothers and sisters who have lost their lives over the past year due to hate and violence. It is very crucial that people are aware of the very real reality for a lot of trans people, and especially trans women of color. 2 on my list was it is private and medical information that you do not need to be sharing with anyone else. So that's pretty simple. Number 3 on my list is not every trans person wants to be an advocate for the trans community. They may be trans, but they might not feel comfortable talking about trans issues and trans topics. And then that can even lead into folks who are wanting to live stealth, and that means that they have transitioned and they just want to go about their days living as male or female, so they don't disclose of their trans status to pretty much anyone. And so if someone is outing a trans person, it's completely eliminating the option or the choice for the trans person to live stealth or not. Another thought I had on this topic was the fact of if you were to, let's say if one of my friends went and told an acquaintance that we had, and they told that person that I was trans, but that person had no idea that I was trans. They only saw me as Hayden and as just a guy, you know, a short guy. So now there's this person that knows that I am trans and they didn't know it before. Their idea and their thoughts of me could change, and that's why it's very similar to, you know, eliminating the option for the trans person to choose if they want to live stealth or not. And that's very similar to this, where you're eliminating the option of them wanting to share something so personal with someone. So I don't know, there's a billion more reasons as to why it is just not okay to out a trans person, but I will say that sometimes outing a trans person is completely accidental. whether that is sharing a previous story and you're using old pronouns, or let's say if a trans person isn't out on Facebook yet and you post something trans related on their timeline, then that could potentially out them. So there's all of these little things that it could very well be an accident doing it. And if it is, and if you get corrected on it, just own up to it and apologize, and that's an opportunity to learn and grow as a person. So take it as something like that. If you're wanting to be an ally and a support to the trans community, the best way to do that in these types of situations is go directly to the source, go directly to your trans friend, and ask them what their views are on this topic, because everyone is going to be different and everyone has a different experience. For instance, since I do so much advocacy work in the trans community in the area I live, it makes sense that if there was somebody who knew me and they knew somebody else who was questioning their gender and they shared my information with them, that makes total sense, because I could hook them up with a bunch of resources and stuff like that. So yeah, please do share my videos, give them my email. I'm more than okay with that. What I'm not okay with is when it is just completely irrelevant to anything. You're just bringing it up as small talk and it's just gossip talk. There's a complete difference between those two scenarios, and it's really important to know the difference between them. I think that's all I got to say on this video topic. I've done this video easily like 6 to 10 times. Just stuff kept happening and it was related to this topic, and then it made me like question things like, oh, I should have said that, and you know, all this stuff. So I'm hoping that this is the one. I also got camera equipment, so I've been playing around with that and it's been challenging to figure it out. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and share it. Also feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will do a video soon-ish. I don't know when I'm gonna get to a video. I'm gonna try to make the commitment to do a video each week. I've been very, very busy, so I've been having to put things on hold for a little bit. So I apologize in advance, but I am not done making videos. I'm still making videos. I still like doing it, so I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I will do a video soon. But until then, I hope you all have a safe and wonderful few days ahead. All right, thanks guys. Bye.